Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. I am delighted today to have a friend, Jeneissy Azcuy, here with South Florida PBS. And actually, South Florida PBS is our show sponsor. And thank you so much for sponsoring the show, but also for all the great things you do. Thanks for being here today, Jeneissy.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I love to come and spend time with you and talk about our programs.
I know, and there's so many fun things.
Everything that's going on, especially around the holiday season.
I
so
know.
Thank you for having me here again.
We just, if you're not a member, you need to be a member first of all. But if you are a member, you get this magazine that tells you everything that's going on.
That's right.
Jeneissy has a copy
today.
And see,
and you have one already.
I brought it too.
Because of course you're a great member and supporter of South Florida PBS.
So but I don't know about you, but I read this and I'm going, there's not enough hours in the day for me to see everything I want to see and experience. And we were just talking about great concerts coming up.
We do.
And
they're in person. So they're live concerts that you can go see in person. And there's quite a few now that are coming up for the holidays. There's David Foster. He's an old-time PBS favorite. He's going to be at the Broward Center December 7th, and then at the Kravis Center December 8th, and at the Sunrise Theater December 16th. And of course, one of the perks of supporting and donating to South Florida PBS is that as a thank you gift, we give you a ticket or 2 tickets, depending on the pledge level, to attend the concert. So you're doing something great for public television, and at the same time, you're being rewarded, because who doesn't want to go see David Foster, right? And then there's Joe Bonamassa. He's going to be at the Hard Rock December 12th. We love Joe Bonamassa. In fact, I think we auctioned off a guitar that he had autographed.
Oh, really?
This was about 3 years ago. I don't know if we're doing that again. Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Always fun.
Andrea Bocelli, who's an old-time favorite. I'm so excited about him doing a concert again, February 14th, which is usually when he does his concert, because he has such beautiful romantic songs.
Oh, yeah. So it's perfect for Valentine's.
And Celtic Woman.
Yeah. Celtic Woman, always great.
I love
such
them.
Great stuff.
Yeah, so we're very excited. And at the end of November and beginning of December, we're going to be showing these programs on WPBT and WXCL. And then again, people can call in and pledge their support. And as a thank you gift, they can have a ticket or 2 tickets or however
depending on their pledge level.
Exactly.
So, but aside from those concerts, there's so many fun things happening.
There are.
Let's talk about
look at the cover.
Yeah, we've got.
So yesterday, I was here at the City of South Miami Halloween Safe Streets Festival, right? And we had a booth, and we were giving out the program guides. And one lady came over and said, "Oh my God, this is my favorite show!" And I was so pleased to hear that, because it was on the cover.
So it's coming.
It's a holiday special called The Midwife. Every December, they have like a holiday special.
Oh, really?
This series has been around for years, but it's such a great series. It's like Downton Abbey, sort of.
I was going to say, I need to start.
Popular.
I have not started watching that. I think I started one episode, but then life just took over.
It's just an amazing.
I was already stuck on Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
I want that back.
So besides that, we have now for, of course, Veterans Day, we have a couple of programs that we're airing. One is American Veteran. Amazing.
Oh, that's
program.
Good, especially with Veterans Day for November.
Exactly. And then we also taped a show. It's our own original production called Healing America's Heroes. This was a few months ago. Montel Williams was in the show. And basically, that's what it talked about, right? What can we do for veterans, and how can we help them, and how can we support them? So we're going to be re-airing that show now for Veterans Day. We did it as a virtual event on Facebook, which most of our productions now are virtual, as you know, we have talked about before. And then we broadcast them after we edit them, and we make them broadcast ready. So we're going to be showing that one again. But then there's a whole bunch of other premieres. We have, I want to talk about Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Thanksgiving. What's Thanksgiving
up
without Charlie Brown?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. No, we have to have Charlie Brown. So definitely that's going to be one to watch and to share with the whole family, with the kids. You know, I
Sure.
just had a grandchild. I told you,
Oh,
right?
I know. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes, I
So,
have not shown any pictures on social media until the parents give me permission to.
okay, good move.
I know, I know. I'm respecting them, but I'm dying to show pictures of my
I
little
bet you are.
grandbaby.
Yeah.
So I
Well, you
hope.
can show them to me after the show.
Of course, I'll show them to you. And then we also have another holiday special, Sarah Brightman.
Oh, she's
She's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a Christmas symphony. So
Yeah.
this is
Well,
the
so many-
guide, and all of our members receive the guide.
Right.
So it's one of the member benefits, and every month we have premieres. We have like the highlights of what's coming up during the month. We also have some programs this month that spotlight Native American history and
Mhm.
heritage.
Right.
Also Jewish programs for Hanukkah.
For Hanukkah coming up.
We have
That's
the kids in
Thanksgiving
education.
weekend. It's when
It's
Hanukkah
the
starts.
Friday. So
It's
a
really early
Friday after
today.
Thanksgiving. I know.
This year, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to be interesting because more eating. We eat a lot for Thanksgiving.
We're not eating enough. We need to eat
Oh no,
more.
we do, of course. If not now, whenever, right?
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. So we also have, of course, the health channel, which we have talked about, and there's a lot of new programs on the health
I
channel.
know. I've watched several of them, and they're even if it's not a condition that I care about, it's so interesting,
right?
And
to learn about
but
it.
But I, everybody, as the more information you can have on different subjects, the better.
Of course.
And I'm always curious,
Of
so
course.
I love.
Because if not for
I
you,
forgot to.
for family members and people you know, not that you're going to become a doctor, but you can say, oh, I learned while watching the health channel about that condition.
Exactly.
And so a lot of the shows that we produce, we also share on YouTube, on the All Health Go YouTube page.
Right.
And also on the website, allhealthtv.com.
Right.
Because that way it's almost like a library of different videos addressing different conditions, but being very specific because they're short videos. So they answer specific questions related to that condition.
Right.
There's one show that just premiered, and we're very happy and excited to talk about it. It's Sex Talk with Dr. Leah.
This is hilarious.
And we laugh because, of course, anytime we bring
the
word sex, we can't help but laugh. But this is very scientific.
I'm reading this. Reading this.
Yes, it's basically it's hosted by Dr. Leah Giannine, and she has a PhD. She's an assistant professor in the Department of Health and Human Performance at Nova Southeastern University, and she's the one that answers all the questions. And go ahead, read some of the questions, because I know you were reading them to me earlier.
You're gonna love this, guys. Do cold stars mean herpes? Is cyber sex really cheating? My husband just turned 67 and has been taking Viagra for several years. There's nothing wrong with our sex life, but I'm wondering, is there a limit for using ED medication? Any side effects long term? Now, these are rather embarrassing questions to ask, but this is a channel where you go to ask these questions.
Well, these are questions that have been asked.
Oh, they have been asked.
Right. So she addresses each of the questions on the show.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be embarrassed to watch the answer, because you're in the privacy of your own home.
Right.
And you're listening to what the answers are. And I can't tell you what the answers are. You have to watch.
Well, nuts.
And so we basically, we air it on the Health Channel. Right. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. But now it's also premiering on WPBT and WXCL. And I'll tell you when, because it's this week. So I hope everyone watching tunes in. It's going to be on WPBT Wednesday, November 3rd, and on WXCL Sunday, November 7th at 11 p.m.
Okay.
So you have to stay up to watch it.
I'm usually up at 11. I can watch it.
And it's a 30-minute show. So it's not like you're going to be watching for an hour.
Yeah.
But we also have the first episode, and now we're uploading the second episode to the allhealthtv.com website. Yeah. And we're sharing some of the clips from the show on YouTube.
Oh, that's great.
So basically, it's question and answer, question and answer. We're editing it that way for people who want specific answers to specific questions. They don't have to watch the entire show, but it's so entertaining. I mean, very informative and very educational,
Yeah.
but also entertaining, because who
Yeah.
doesn't want to know the answers to some of these questions, even if they never had the question, themselves to begin with.
Exactly.
They just want to
Just
know
out
the
of
answers.
curiosity. Well, what do you
Exactly.
think?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We also
So,
have the Living Minutes series
oh, that's a good one. I
that
love
we've
that.
talked
Yeah.
about, and it's just 60-second interstitials. Like, for instance, one of them, we featured it in the program guide, and it addresses how salt substitutes can reduce stroke risk. So the 60 seconds, it's an explanation of what other salt substitutes you can add to your food, and how it does have an impact on the reduction of strokes.
Interesting. I remember when I was pregnant, you I did everything I was supposed to do, but one of them was to reduce your salt intake, and I used a salt substitute, and it was fine. And I
Did you
never
keep
thought to
doing it?
continue. I didn't think
No?
to continue to do it,
Yeah, you should.
but now
You
you've
should.
given me
Yeah.
the incentive to do that.
And Living Minute, we produce about one a day. And
Mhm.
so we air them on WPBT, WXCL, and the Health Channel. We also distribute them
Are there certain times you do them, or
no
just
throughout
like
the day, because they're
just
60-second
intermittent? Yeah.
interstitials, like short videos. We share them with PBS stations across the country
Oh.
and other TV stations.
Mhm.
We also share them on radio. And thanks to Thermo Fisher Ready Check Go program, we're able to continue to produce them and share them, not just with our viewers, but with viewers across the nation. So
Right.
very good thing that we have going on there. Before, they used to be coping with COVID, and so these 60-second reports were just on COVID.
COVID.
But
Yeah.
now we branched out into all different fields and subjects. And they're about innovation, they're about cutting edge, or breakthroughs in medicine,
Yeah.
and also how people can live a healthier life and a happier life.
Right.
And one show that we're very, very excited about, which is coming this month at the end of the month, is Hope is Here. So November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh, okay.
And there's a book called The Living Room, that it's about people sharing stories of hope and inspiration, people that had lung cancer and survived it, overcame it, or if not, the family talks about it and the struggle, always with a positive,
Mhm.
spin and a hopeful tone to them. So that's why we titled our series, which is based on this book, Hope is Here. And the author is actually in the first episode. So that's
Really?
going to be premiering at the end of the month.
Interesting. My grandfather passed away from lung cancer, but he
Really?
had surgery at Johns Hopkins, and he was given 6 months to live. He lived 5 good years
Wonderful.
until he finally succumbed to it. But 5 good years. So I love that. Hope is here.
Was it because of treatments and
I don't know. I just
or his
he
will
was he
to
was
survive and
he was just a very healthy person. You wouldn't think, but I think he was exposed over the years to before we knew
Mhm.
about insecticides. And I mean, he worked on the electrical system for the Statue of Liberty. He was a landscaper. I'm sure, some of the stuff that they used to spray,
yeah, perhaps
now
he
we know so
inhaled
much
and
more.
didn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that it was in the environment.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and he smoked a pipe, but he quit. But
Mm.
still, but he didn't smoke cigarettes. But so I see people smoking cigarettes, and I'm
So
going, oh my
we
God.
have a resource page that we've created on
Mhm.
allhealthtv.com about lung cancer and
Mhm.
different resources that are out there and information, which we hope is very helpful to those
Mhm.
people that are either suffering from the condition or have a relative that is. So it's going to coincide with the premiere of Hope is Here, the resource
Good.
page.
Mhm.
That's one thing that we've established now with, like, for instance, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which happened in October. We had a town hall. It was Breast Cancer and Women of Color Town Hall.
Yeah.
And we had different experts talking about it, the disadvantages, the basically the lack of resources, the lack of information, where to go, And so we dedicated a page on the website to just kind of share all the different resources. And we partnered with a media partner, South Florida Sun Sentinel, because they were doing it too. So, we did it together. And then with the last one that you guys shared on your Facebook page, and we thank you for that because it's so important. It's the Medicare open enrollment, which just started. That was amazing. All the information that was shared on that virtual town hall. By the way,
what a great resource that was.
If you missed it, if your viewers that are watching missed it, it's still on our Facebook page on All Health Go. And you need to watch it because there's a lot of good information there. And so that one was shared again with PBS stations across the country. But actually, I take that back. It was shared with Florida stations, PBS stations. Because we made it very Florida centric.
Oh, that's good.
The breast cancer awareness virtual town hall, that was shared with PBS stations across the country. And so that's what we've been doing. And then, of course, we edit those town halls and then we show them on TV because not everyone's on social media, right?
Yeah.
Some people prefer to watch television and they're not on Facebook.
Well, November is also Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And actually, we've got how my women's club has a Gringo Bingo once a month.
Of course.
Well, this month it's for the Alzheimer's Association.
Oh, and, wonderful. Well, you just gave me an idea. I think we need to dedicate a page on the website with resources for Alzheimer's patients.
Absolutely. Yeah, so they have their walk on November 20th at Tropical Park. So we'd
love to be there. Send me the information.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. And if you want to come to our Gringo Bingo, you're welcome to as well.
When is it?
It's
Gringo Bingo?
November
I've been
9th.
To go,
I know.
But then COVID happened.
It's actually, the Coral Gables Women's Club does them usually it's the first Tuesday of every month, but this year it's the 9th of November. And it's going to be huge because we're doing it outside now that we've got beautiful weather. And it's outside at Clutch Burger on Giralda, which is such a beautiful location.
Isn't it great
and
today?
DJ Germain comes and provides music. I've got lots of great prizes this time, and we've added something a little different where it's $40 a person, so inexpensive. You get 12 bingo cards, and you get a burger, some fries.
Well, send me the information.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
For a great cause, sure.
No, it's actually, people think it's like a regular bingo. I know, it's just a party. And, we're playing bingo too. So that's kind of what it is. But and we have 5 sponsors. So we've already made $2,500 before we even start. Yeah. So, and I would list all the sponsors. I hope I don't forget them any. South Florida Kidney Partners, Sarin Associates, Megan, it's Granny Nannies. I can't say your last name. And Nico Iterovic with John Edwards, and they're actually a national sponsor for that. So anyway, so I'll send you the information and we can start promoting the Alzheimer's Awareness Month too.
Yes, let's do that.
But I had a grandfather that died of Alzheimer's too. I'm getting all that.
Yeah. So, and then the last thing we launched not too long ago was All Health GoCare,
which is great.
And it's a telehealth subscription service. So it's not just about telemedicine consultations. It's also about bill negotiation, second opinions.
Really?
Yeah.
And what did they charge for that? How does that work?
It's like it's a monthly subscription. I believe it's like $19.99 a month. Let me double check here because I don't want to give you
wrong
false information. It's 55 cents per day, basically. So that works out to almost $20 a month.
But it gives you access to
it's access to a number of world-class digital healthcare services, including primary care consultations via telemedicine, telepsychology support, so mental health support, and the opportunity to ask questions in writing to medical specialists. and it's at GoCare.tv. You can find more
Okay,
information
that's
there.
really
There's a
interesting.
lot of information
Yeah.
on the service. So that's really interesting and exciting, because it's not just, the broadcast aspect of it and creating content to help people, but this is now a new service that we're providing via All Health Go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. And so
It makes your
basically,
head swim.
let's talk about the Health Channel goal of the month. Unplug yourself.
Okay, what is
Says the internet can inspire you, can help you make connections, and allow you to document your life to look back on someday. I love those memories that come up, and I
right?
remember,
Yeah, no,
I
me too.
relive everything that happened, right? And I'm
Sometimes I
reminded.
think it's current though, and I'm going, so and so just had a baby. What? And they're going, no, it's an old one.
It's an old one, right? But it can also mess with your mindset and make you forget what real life looks like, right?
Yeah.
Set boundaries with how long you spend scrolling on your phone or computer. I put it down at a certain time, and that's it. After, I think it's 7:30 or 8, I unplug.
Oh, you do?
And I watch PBS. I watch WPB2, PBT, or WXCL because I get both, or I watch the Health Channel. Yeah, because there are other ways to stimulate your mind, and also it really does a number on your eyes in terms of the computer, yeah, computer screen time and phone screen time. It's yeah, it can irritate your eyes.
That's a question for the Alt Health Channel. What are there vitamins or are there things that we could take that were for our eyes?
That's a great question. I cannot answer it, but I'm sure we have an answer for it.
I know.
You just have to go to allhealthtv.com
and ask that question. Yeah, what can we do? Well, I've heard of people certain kind of glasses. The
blue. What is it? Blue light or something?
I don't know. Again, we need to ask.
Yeah, I saw those the other day, and I was like, I need to get a pair because I do spend a lot of time in front of the screen. We're still doing some remote work, slowly inching our way back into the studios. But we do spend a lot of time in front of the screen. That's how we work now.
Yeah.
And Zoom meetings are still going on, and we're doing more of those. I've never had so many meetings in my life.
Well, you know why? Because there's Zoom. We can go to more of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Accessibility.
Yeah. So
it's much easier to do it.
Yeah. So we're not traveling all over town.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're getting so much more done.
We are. But it's not the same as when you're not in person because you don't have those side conversations.
The personal element, right?
Yeah.
That's
I miss
priceless.
That. Yeah, I miss that.
You can't.
So you have to go to your meetings early to talk to people, but then other people are talking at the same time, and
I know
doesn't quite work, right? So tell me.
And the last thing I want to talk about, which I just saw and I was reminded of it, and we were talking about weight.
Oh yes,
gain, right before we started talking online, and the holidays are coming. There's going to be a lot of eating, right? So how to control your portions is so important because you are what you eat, and you got to keep your body healthy, got to keep your mind healthy, and so we have to develop that will, right, to do that, to control our portions and to say, okay, I've had enough. So there's a little article here in the program guide about that too, setting goals for yourself and just tips on what you can do. Yeah,
I know people that like eat before they go out.
They do,
especially when you're going to
or if you're going to be
a networker
too, because you want to have something in your stomach. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So and I find that if I have a glass of wine, I eat more. Yeah, because I'm not as much in control.
I see what you mean.
I go, another one won't hurt. Yeah, right. Exactly. So yeah. So so when you're dieting, it's good not to drink. So that could be your first tip.
That's true.
Limit.
That's true.
Or
that's true. So that's a good tip. A tip from Gloria. We can include that in the next program.
Yeah, and I'm not gaining weight, so maybe it's working. I don't know.
I know you look great.
Thanks.
You do. So we talked about for kids in education, we have the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. We still are sharing.
And when is the Charlie Brown special again?
Oh, that's going to be
Because-
November 21st. That's actually my birthday. It's going to
Oh
be
my
at
goodness.
7:30 p.m. on WPBT and WXCL. We also have an Arthur Thanksgiving special.
Oh,
we love
Arthur.
Arthur.
Oh yeah.
Remember when my son used to dress up as Arthur and we do like in-person events and he was Arthur.
Oh my gosh.
And then we have the virtual field trips, which we post on kidvisionprek.org. And those are very educational. It takes kids to different places to explore and to learn about
Do
it.
preschools use that kind
A
of
lot.
stuff? Yeah, I
A
bet.
lot.
Yeah.
We have had millions of views of our virtual field trips. I think, if I remember correctly, past 2 years, like almost 14 million.
Get out.
I want to remember
Wow.
the exact number, but I know it's in the millions.
Yeah,
Especially with the kids being indoors
of course.
and not having, access to outdoor activities, because these field trips takes them all over and they learn about the vocabulary associated with the field trip, with the
Right.
place,
Right.
with whatever it is that's going on at the place. There's also science lessons. There's also, for instance, history, if it deals with a historic place.
Yeah.
So those are a favorite of parents and kids. And then they can download the Kid Vision free app. And it does the same thing, but more in an interactive way.
Set it like on Google Play or something? when you're doing it?
Yeah. You just download it, and
Uh-huh.
it's on any
Huh.
platform where you would download apps.
Oh, that's
And
great.
it's interactive. So the
Mhm.
kids play along, but they're learning as they're playing.
Right.
And they don't even know that they're learning it, which is the fun part of this.
Yeah.
And so we have a new show too that just premiered, Alma's Way. It's about this nice little Puerto Rican girl growing up in the Bronx. And it was created by Sonia Manzano. She used to be Maria on Sesame Street.
Oh no, really?
She created
I
that
remember her.
show.
Yeah.
And so that's the new show that just premiered on PBS. And people love it. So cute. So
Is it
cute.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Like I told you, we were at this Halloween festival yesterday and people were like, "Oh, my child watches this. We love Alma." That was very gratifying to
Oh
know
my
that people
gosh.
are already tuning in and the kids are loving Alma. We love Alma.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have the Nova programs. There's quite a few that are premiering.
Right.
Secrets of the Dead. It's an all-time favorite. Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, I've got to start recording all those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually, yeah, we were just trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff I had started recording, and I said, "Oh, Nova, I gotta do that
Nova's
one." Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful program.
that's a good one. Yeah. So,
And then we have the Hindsight Project, and that's basically Hindsight Project is a film festival, and what they've done is they have different filmmakers have submitted their work,
yeah.
and so they've been airing nationally on PBS stations. Like we did a virtual event recently, Comida para los Pobres. It
Uh-huh.
was done by a Puerto Rican filmmaker. And it was about the food scarcity in Puerto Rico, especially after COVID. And
Really?
we interviewed the filmmaker. We interviewed the gentleman that runs a project that feeds families in Puerto Rico. So that was kind of we were mentoring this filmmaker,
Right.
and we shared her program or her short film. We shared it virtually, and but also the Hindsight Project is sharing it on PBS stations, broadcasting them or
Directly.
sharing them so that the PBS stations can broadcast them. And we just are reopening our filmmaker, basically call for entries. It's a project that we've done for 3 years in a row. And so it's, local filmmakers that want to submit their work to us. And we provide them a platform, mentorship, and other such opportunities to showcase their work.
How does one go about applying for that?
So there's on our website, wpbt.org or
Right.
wxel.org, there's a page there under filmmaker, and they can submit their entries through there. They fill out a form, and then we get in touch with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, 3 years now. Yeah, it's been something very gratifying because the films are amazing. And then
there's so much talent in South Florida.
We're able to
It's
give them
nuts.
the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
To show their program on a PBS station. And
Yeah.
that's huge because that's what a filmmaker wants,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
To be
absolutely.
able to showcase their work.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot happening, and I just invite everyone to either go to our website because the schedule's on there. We have the digital program guide on there, so even if you're not a member, you can still browse through it
Right.
and decide what you want to watch. And of course, if you feel inclined, Give Miami Give Miami
Oh, Give
Day
Miami Day
is coming up.
is the
So what
30th
a
of November, right?
so what a great opportunity to
Right.
support public television and the shows that you love and that your children watch and
Right.
learn from as a
Yeah.
family.
So either join or Give Miami Day. It's great. And
It's up to you.
yeah,
I know you do.
yeah, no, Give Miami Day is great. And there's so many charities. Do you get inundated with
Yeah, in your inbox.
yeah, with all the charities you're involved in?
And
They're
you
all
want to
like,
give
Give
to all of
Miami.
them.
Yeah, and
I know I do.
yeah,
I know I do. Yeah, but
it's hard.
you gotta choose. Of
Yeah, you
course.
got to pick and choose, right? Right. So tell me, you've got a new grandchild.
I do.
And so are you grandma for the first time?
I am.
Oh my
For
goodness.
the
The
very
best
first
job
time.
in the world, right?
I know.
Oh,
I gave my grandson a onesie that says PBS baby. I'm getting him used to it. I
oh,
know
yeah.
the parents are going to have him watch PBS, but
Yeah, really.
it's so cute. I want a picture of it. It's a little big for him. He has to grow into it, but I just
Well,
thought,
that's
oh
good
my
because if you
gosh,
get it infant size, they're out of it in
we
no
got to
time.
start
Yeah.
them early on,
Yeah, right.
when they're infants.
Well, you did PBS. I did Florida Gators.
Oh, you did.
When my granddaughter was little, I had her on the 50-yard line of Florida Field, and I took a picture of her dressed in her little Gator Gab
Oh, how cute.
garb. Excuse me.
That's beautiful.
Well, actually, the Junior Orange Bowl does a scholar athlete program, or it has started when I was there with Hank Langston, and now we're looking for a sponsor for this year. But we give out a Heisman type trophy
Mm-hmm.
to each of the players on the state champion football playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
The player that has the highest cumulative GPA gets this huge trophy, and they're presented on the field prior to the kickoff. So it's televised. So it's a really big deal, and costs quite a bit of money to get all these trophies and to go up there
I
and
can imagine.
and do them. But it's really a great way to let people to let the football players know the importance of academics, and they always strive for the ones that are the most competitive academically are always like vying for that
That's
honor.
great.
Yeah, no, it's really great. So I'm so pleased that we did that years ago. And Hank Langston, I don't know if you remember Hank Langston with Gulliver Schools. He was Gulliver Schools for years.
And the
But
name sounds familiar.
Marion Gratulis
Oh,
was the founder, and he was like the
Yes.
most senior person after her. So he's now retired, but he's still carrying on that something he started
That's
years
great.
ago. Yeah. So yes, the football championships are coming up too. There's a lot to watch on TV right now.
There's a lot. I love this, season because there's so much going on with, TV specials, but then the sports and then the family. And then, you have all these film festivals coming out. The Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival, we're sponsoring that.
Oh, you are. Good.
GEMS Film Festival, we're sponsoring that. In fact, tomorrow I think is the premiere, like the, in-person premiere. So that's exciting because we're getting back to going to in-person events.
I know.
And it's exciting, but it's scary, and we all need to protect ourselves. Like yesterday at the festival, we were all wearing masks. The people in my booth, Denise, who you know very well,
Oh, yeah.
and Annabelle, they're
Our team.
they're the A team.
The A team, yeah.
The marketing and communications A team. So it was hot, but you know what? We needed to keep our masks on because that's the safe thing to do. Well, especially when you come in touch.
It was hot yesterday.
Contact with all.
Were you in sun?
Well, we were at the beginning. The day started off a little cool, but then it got a little warmer, and of course we're in costumes.
Oh,
I was wearing the
what
Odd
were-
Squad costume. Odd Squad is a show on PBS, and they're all private investigators, but they're all kids. So
yeah.
I'm wearing a white long sleeve shirt,
Oh,
a
sure.
tie, a red tie, a blazer, like a man's
No,
blazer,
no wonder you were hot.
pants, and and then you got the mask.
Oh, you have to send me a picture of that. That's
You
great.
know, we didn't take pictures. We were
What?
so busy. We take pictures and we post them on social media, but we were swamped. There were so many people there. We didn't have a chance to breathe. We really
Oh my
didn't.
gosh.
It
That's
was
great.
like 3 hours straight of just coming in contact with folks, giving them the program guide, little, gifts for following us, for as a
Yeah,
thank
right.
you gift for following us on social media. All Health Go also had a presence. So it was just like, and at the end, we were like, oh my God, we didn't even take a picture. At this point, everybody's in their car, heading home.
Yeah,
That's
afterthought.
okay. That's okay.
Well, the day before, on the 30th, Pause for You had their big annual fundraiser at Pinecrest Gardens. They had 1,500 people show up at Pinecrest Gardens, and it was outdoor, and people wore masks, but it was outdoors.
Right.
So people that felt very comfortable. But I'm telling you, the dog costumes were hilarious.
Were
They had whole families. One of the group entries was a Cruella de Vil, and she had all the characters from 101 Dalmatians. All the different yeah, and the dogs and dressed as Dalmatians. They weren't even Dalmatians; they were just dressed as Dalmatians.
I saw a dog
was
when I was
so
leaving the
funny.
house yesterday, and the dog was white, and he had like a fur, a mane. So he was shaved from here down, and then his mane made him look like a lion.
Well, they had that one of the
Maybe that's where that's
one
what
of the
dog
one of
was going
one of
to.
the entries was a dog dressed as a lion, but he just had this thing put around his neck area
Oh, okay.
that looked like a mane, and the guy was dressed as a lion trainer, and he had a hoop, and he got the dog to go
jump
through
through
it.
the hoop. Oh, how
It
cool!
was so. I mean, they were so clever. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Oh,
But
that's awesome.
afterwards, we did manage to take pictures
You did?
because
Right.
we had media there.
Right. Did you dress
Lynn
up?
Martinez was there from Deco
yeah,
Drive. Yeah. We
Did
have
you
media
dress
there.
up?
Ordinarily I do, but I didn't this year.
Mm.
And actually, Coral Gables Hospital always has a great costume party or costume contest.
Mhm.
They just take an hour out of the day, and all the different departments, they go nuts.
Oh, really?
They had people dressed as a coronavirus and the corona, whatever what do they call it, the one that the knockoff, and they danced to Ghostbusters. And they had people in hazmat suits. It was nuts. But anyway, those people know how to have a good time.
I can imagine.
But we're coming to we've used up 30 minutes very quickly.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I want to thank you so much for coming
When you and I get together, we can talk for hours.
Right, exactly. So thank you so much for coming today.
Oh,
And
it was my
we've got a
pleasure.
great season coming up.
Yes,
And
right here.
and thank you once again, South Florida PBS, for sponsoring our show. It's such a pleasure to be able to kind of plug you and the stuff we're doing all the time, because
Well, we appreciate
yeah,
it.
but and we love the whitelisting or whatever we do when we share our
Our
content.
virtual
Yeah.
events. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for that.
So anyway, thank you for coming. Next week, I don't know what's happening. In the future, I know I'm going to have, and I forgot to turn off my phone. People keep calling me. Anyway, next week, I will see you, and I hope you have a good week. And thank you so much for joining us today.